Hello and a very warm welcome to each one of you. And today we are on chapter number 13 from this amazing book, Master Your Emotions, which is talking about this chapter is going to talk about letting go of your emotions. There are so many negative emotions that we deal with day to day in our day to day lives. And there are times few emotions just stay stuck with us. Let's understand how do we let them go. Let me very quickly start sharing the screen with you all so that we can read it together and understand how to let go of those emotions. Emotions are just emotions. They are not you, they are not facts, and you can let them go, says Hale Dworkin. So, this is absolutely a truth. Unless and until we give any story to a thought, it does not become a feeling, it does not become an emotion. And emotion is never a fact. Emotion comes from the story that we have made out of some kind of a fact. So if you start reflecting on this only line that Hale Dworkin has said, your life with emotions will be very sorted. Let's see what is suggested in the chapter ahead. As we have seen, interpretations, identification, and repetition can lead to creation of strong emotions. In this section, we will see what you can do to start letting go of emotions that aren't helping you achieve the life you want. Emotions are energy in motion. But what happens when you prevent energy from moving? It accumulates. When you repress your emotions, you interrupt the natural flow of energy. Sadly, nobody taught how to deal with your emotions or even that both positive and negative emotions are natural phenomena. Instead, they told that your negative emotions should be repressed because they are bad. So here I would say that this reminds me of a pendulum. अगर हम पेंडुलम का जो हैंड नीचे कर रहा होता है, एस्केलेट कर रहा होता है, उसको हम पकड़ लें एक तरफ से और काफी देर पकड़े रखे और अचानक से उसको छोड़ेंगे, तो वो ना नॉर्मली जो इतनी इतनी स्पीड में घूम रहा है, वो एकदम से यहाँ से जब हम छोड़ेंगे तो वो एकदम ऐसे जाके वापस आकर के फिर धीरे धीरे सेटल होके धीरे नॉर्मल अपनी स्पीड पे आता है। लाइकवाइज जब हमारे इमोशंस बहुत सारे कब जागते हैं, जब somebody shakes us, somebody triggers us. लाइकवाइज अगर हम कोक की बॉटल को बहुत सारा शेक कर दें और उसको बंद ही रहने दें, अचानक से खोलेंगे तो उसको क्या होगा, राइट? तो जब भी आप अपने किसी भी इमोशन को रोकते हो, सप्रेस करते हो, तो जब भी उसकी अति हो जाती है तो इट जस्ट ब्लास्ट एंड देन इट कम्स आउट टू बी वेरी रॉन्गली। तो इट्स सेड दैट आपके जैसे भी इमोशंस हैं, एक्सेप्ट देम, एक्नॉलेज देम एंड देन सी टू इट एज टू व्हाट कैन बी डन विद देम। लेट्स गो अहेड एंड अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट डज द ऑथर से। As a result, you may have seen repressing your emotions for years. By doing so, you let them sink deeper into your subconscious, allowing them to be part of your identity. They have often become patterns you may be unaware of. For instance, perhaps you feel you aren't good enough, or maybe, maybe you experience guilt on a regular basis. These are the results of core beliefs you developed over a time by repressing your emotions. Most of us have too much emotional baggage and need to learn to let go of it. We need to declutter our subconscious and get rid of negative emotions, preventing us from enjoying life to the fullest. The fact is, your subconscious is already programmed to help you deal with life. Your subconscious ensures you don't accidentally forget to breathe. keeps your heart beating, and regulates your body temperature among millions of other things. It doesn't need additional beliefs to function well. Neither does it need to store emotions. If you are like most people, you must spend the majority of your time living in your head. As a result, you are largely out of the touch of your emotions. To start letting go of your emotions, you must first become aware of them by becoming more in touch with your body and the way you feel. Below are a few simple steps you can take to start letting go of your emotions. Very beautifully it has said that our subconscious is already working at on multiple levels to run our body, to keep our body into operation, to keep us alive. I don't know what for. Do we, there are times when we brush the, how do they say, you brush your problems, you brush your emotions under the carpet. Why do we do that? Why not just observe them, understand them, and acknowledge them, accept them, and let them go, just like guests that come to our homes. Point number one says observe your emotions with detachment. This is very important that you observe your emotions with detachment as a third person who is seeing some emotion coming and going. Whenever you experience a negative emotion, simply observe it with as much detachment as you can. That means getting in touch with your body, realize that each thought or image crossing your mind isn't an emotion itself, it's only your interpretation of it. Practice feeling how it feels. Try to locate the emotion. Think of the way you would describe the emotion to someone else. Remember, don't engage in a story revolving around that emotion, and believe in whatever images and thoughts that arise when you experience that emotion. This is a very deep exercise, all right? If you are, thinking of doing this, I would love for you to actually pause this video and do it with me, right? Practice how it feels and try to locate it in your, body. Where does it feel? So there are times when you're going to an examination hall and you say कि मेरे stomach में कुछ हो रहा है, मेरी tummy में कुछ हो रहा है. That is some emotion that is being felt in your tummy. There are times when your heart starts, sinking. There are times when your throat, आपकी थ्रोट में कुछ हो रहा होता है कि मेरे से तो खाना ही अंदर नहीं जा रहा है, मेरे से तो आवाज ही मुंह से नहीं बाहर निकल रही है. So there is some emotion that gets stuck somewhere in our body. So this is what that person, the author is saying, that observe it. And never, never revolve your story around this emotion. Believe in whatever image or thought that arises when you experience that emotion. Then number two is label your emotion. Remember, emotions are merely temporary experiences, or if you prefer, clothes you wear for a while. They aren't you. हम पार्टी पे भी जाते हैं तो we wear different clothes, right? और फिर वो घर आके जल्दी से उतार के रख भी देते हैं, right? When you experience emotions, you say things like I am angry, I am sad, or I am depressed. Notice how you instantly identify with your emotions. However, this is factually incorrect. The emotions you experience have nothing to do with who you really are. If you were your depression, you will be depressed all day long, every single second of your existence. Fortunately, that's not the case. Let's assume you feel sad. Rather than saying I'm sad, a more accurate way to describe that emotion would be I feel sad or I experience a feeling of sadness. Can you see how different it is from saying I'm sad? It gives you more space to distance yourself from your emotion. The more you become aware of your emotions, the more you can label them and detach yourself from them. and easier it will be to let go of these emotions. I think this is very clear कि अभी से हमारे को we don't have to call ourselves I am sad, I am this, I am that, I am it. So rather than doing that, we are going to put it like I feel the feeling of sadness. I feel sad, right? तो अगर हम बोलते हैं ना I am, तो वो I am मैं बन जाती हूँ. और if I say I feel this, तो वो थोड़ा सा गैप आ जाता है उसके बीच में. Alright? Point number 3 says let go of your emotions. Now, too often you over identify with your emotions and cling to them for the following reasons. They are part of the story you are telling yourself. Sometimes you can't stop clinging to a story, even a disempowering one. Yes, you can become addicted to a destructive stories despite knowing the that knowing the aren't you helping you. So I have already told multiple times in these book reading sessions that how I was clinging to the story that because I got married early, I could not do anything in my life. And the moment I let go of that emotion, here I sit in front of you hosting the session. You believe the emotions are you. You believe the emotions are you and feel a strong need to identify with them. You may fall into the trap of believing you are your emotions. As a result, you identify heavily with them, which creates suffering. We have heard multiple, women saying such things. मेरा तो पति ऐसा ही है. मेरे को तो उसने ये बोल दिया. मैं तो बहुत दुखी हो गई हूँ. मैं तो बहुत दुखी हूँ. I don't want this. I don't want that. And they start believing it as well. With the result, they create the reality of their life like that only. We do not need to be a victim to succeed. We do not need to be a bechari. So, for a very long period of time, one of my masis, she used to call me bechari. And one day I decided that, enough is enough. I am not a bechari. Please don't call me bechari. And I started working on my own thing. And now nobody calls me bechari. Let's read the real life example that the author has shared here. I regularly felt that I wasn't good enough. As a result, I believed I should work harder. This belief led me to create a list of daily goals that were impossible to complete even when working from morning to night. I often fell short on my goals, which reinforced the belief that I wasn't good enough. Oh, give me a minute. The battery is going low. All right. So, have you done that for yourself? कि हम लोग कई बार सोचते हैं कि हम इनफ नहीं है सो इट हैपेंस इट इज लाइक अ पैटर्न रिपीटिंग इन इटसेल्फ देयर आर पीपल हु आर नॉट गुड विद मनी एंड दे कीप्स टेलिंग देमसेल्व्स आई एम नॉट गुड विद मनी आई एम नॉट गुड विद मनी even if they get lots of money they happen to spend it in a way that they are left with no money. That is a pattern because their belief in there is so strong. They feel that this is not something normal that is happening here. By realizing this was just a story, I started letting go of this belief. After doing so, I noticed I was actually getting almost as much work done, but without the need to struggle and feel stressed out. I am still working on that issue, but I gained tremendous value from such process. The challenging part was to let go of the attachment to my story by letting go of the following: the belief that I'm not good enough and must work harder, the pride I feel from working harder than most people, the victim mentality that comes from working hard while not getting the results I want, the idea I am somewhat special, the idea the world needs to be changed, and the need to control the outcome of my actions. These are very, strong attachments that we hold to ourselves. हाय, हाँ मेरी तो शादी जल्दी हो गई थी तो मैं तो बेचारी, मेरे पति ने तो मुझे काम नहीं करने दिया. Story so long, so long. You have to literally sit with each story that you are keeping on telling yourself, because of which you are not achieving what you are requiring, what you want to achieve in your life. Sit with the story that you tell yourself and start making a shift in that. As you can see, letting go of core emotions is not easy. They have become part of our identity, and we often derive a twisted pleasure from them. We may even wonder who will be without them. Then, I think fourth point is the last one, which says a 5-step process to letting go of emotions. In this book, the Sedona method, hailed Dwoskin explains there are 3 different ways to release your emotions as they arise. So you can let them go. When you experience negative emotion, you can consciously choose to release them rather than repressing them and clinging on to them. Allow them to be here. You can allow them to allow them by acknowledging their existence without clinging to them. Or you can, without clinging on to them. And last but not the least, you can welcome them. You can accept them and have a closer look at them to discover what the core of these emotions are. So it is said that, it is very important that you, when you sit with your emotion, understand that why this emotion has arisen rather than concentrating on the emotion itself. Emotion in itself is just an energy that has come and is going to go away. It's not going to stay with you. But what is the reason because of this emotion has arisen is something that you must go and dig into. Because if that point is triggered again, you are going to experience the same negative emotion again. According to Hale Dwoskin, the first step in each case is to become aware of your emotion as they arise. Then he introduces a 5-step process to let go of the emotion, wherein the step 1 is focus on a certain emotion you would like to work on so you can feel better. This doesn't need to be a big emotion. It could be something as simple as not feeling like working on a specific task or being mildly annoyed about something. आप ये साथ साथ कर सकते हो, एंड इनफैक्ट आई वुड रादर सजेस्ट दैट इसका स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो एंड डू इट फॉर योरसेल्फ कि कौन सा एक इमोशन है जिसको आप रिलीज करना चाहते हो, एंड डू दीज 5 स्टेप्स with with yourself. Step number 2 is ask yourself one of the following questions. Could I let this feeling go? Could I allow this feeling to be there? And could I welcome this feeling? So इनमें से कोई भी एक जो आपको चूज करना होगा, उसके हिसाब से डिपेंडिंग ऑन विच आंसर यू वांट टू गो विथ. सो इफ यू आर चूजिंग could I let this feeling go, if your answer is yes, then go release. Could I allow this feeling to be there? If you say yes, then allow it to be there. And if you say that could I welcome this feeling, and you say yes, then welcome it. Step number 3 is then ask yourself, would I? So whatever first, second, third में से आपने जोन सा भी क्वेश्चन चूज किया है yes में, then ask उसी से related question that would I let this feeling go. अगर आपने कहा could I let it go, let this feeling go in second for step number 2, then step number 3 में आप अपने आप से पूछोगे would I let this feeling go, and अगर आप उसमें भी yes बोल रहे होगे तो you will let go of this emotion. अगर आप सेकेंड स्टेप में बोल रहे हो कि could I allow this feeling to be there, तो स्टेप नंबर 3 में you will be asking yourself would I allow this feeling to be there, and if you do allow it, then allow it to be there. Hello Vikas, thank you for joining in.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. And in step number 2, if you're asking yourself could I welcome this feeling and you're saying yes, then ask yourself would I welcome this feeling, and then welcome it. Answer yes or no to each question while being honest with yourself. Do you feel like you can let go, allow, welcome the emotion? Even a no will help you to let go of it. Step number 4 is ask yourself when. The answer will be now. You let go of that emotion immediately. And step number 5 is repeat this process as many times as necessary for that particular feeling to disappear. You may be tempted to brush off this technique as overly simplistic and ineffective. Don't do that. Try it for yourself. Remember that you are not your emotions. That's precisely by practicing letting go of them that you will realize that universal truth. As you may make a conscious choice of letting go of your emotions, welcome them fully or allow them to be. You will gain a whole new understanding of how your emotions work and how to release them. This is the 5-step framework that the book has shared with us. I would love for you to take a screenshot if possible, and work on these questions and see for yourself where do you reach with these questions. And if it happens that you are not able to let go of the emotion, keep repeating the process again and again so that till you are able to actually feel the emotion disappear. There are a few action steps that have been shared in this book. Use the exercises in the correspondence section. Okay, I'll share that in the group. Whereas he is also saying, make a list of all the emotions you would like to let go of. Perhaps you feel as though you aren't good enough. Perhaps you struggle with procrastination and experience guilt and shame. Maybe you blame yourself for something you did in the past and you worry about the future. Just write down whatever comes in your mind. Now use the method mentioned above. That is like the 5-step formula. Select one emotion, then ask yourself, could I let this go? Would I? And when? Don't worry if you are not successful at first. You will have plenty of opportunities to practice it in the future as well. So that is all for today. If you have anything to share on how to let go of emotions, please feel free to unmute yourself and share.
Although it may appear a very simple exercise, but it has profound impact. If you remember, Thomas Lawrence, during the course of this MMI, talked about this technique. Yes, so sometimes we are in resistance with our emotion. This question has given you 3 options: allow, and then welcome. Allow, release, welcome. So, first of all, you will ask, could I let this feeling go? You are exploring the possibility. You may not be mentally prepared. Then you are getting closer to decision. Would I let this feeling go? And then finally you will ask when. The answer may come as yes, now, or it may come as I'm not prepared to release it now. I have too much hurt, I'm not willing to release it now.
Yes.
So this is the moment we have to be very cautious. Most of the time when the answer is no, we start acting in resistance to this. Why now? Just we are in resistance and we somehow push harder to let this feeling go. This is not how the process suggests us. Okay, I will repeat the process again.
So this is so much
So
like,
after
making an agreement between the conscious and the subconscious mind.
yes,
Ki, acha, theek hai. Okay,
ah,
let me try this again.
ah, 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 right, right. So a point will come when we'll be in a position, yeah, it is not serving me anymore. It's better to release than to hold than holding on to it. Right? So it's a very gentle process in which you do not fight,
हाँ.
you do not force, you do not expect a particular outcome, you do not expect the timeline, but you are being gentle with yourself and go through the process. When I talk about trusting the process, this is also one of the process that allow yourself to go through, to navigate certain emotions, to process certain emotions, to regulate certain emotions, to release certain emotions, to welcome certain emotions, and all that.
Thank you for sharing that with us. Anything
Great.
else that you would like to share?
Yes. They see, inner emotions are basically energy in motion, right? So energy, suppressing your energy is the least effective, or I should say, it will not work for you in any way.
In fact, the book has also shared this concept that when you suppress your emotions, that's not right, because you keep telling yourself, since it is a wrong, emotion, you are going to suppress it. And the example
So,
that I
so
normally give people is pendulum का, अगर उसको जो नीचे लटक रहा होता है उसको अगर आप पकड़ लोगे और उसको आप जिस टाइम पे आप छोड़ोगे, तो it is going to go with a greater force, and then it will take time to settle back to its normal speed. So it is never right to suppress any of the emotions.
and I had said one time that if you are holding onto any emotions, in particular when I'm talking about this emotions which makes us uncomfortable, we try to suppress it. So there is a chemical changes in the body, and these chemicals that get generated, that get created because of suppression of emotions, are toxic in nature. So sometimes when we shed tears, actually what we are releasing through the tears is the chemicals that we created because of suppressing those emotions.
Mm.
So it is flushing out of the toxins you produced unconsciously by suppressing your emotions. So yes, uh, and I strongly believe that emotional intelligence, emotional maturity, emotional regulation, whatever you may like to call it, it is one of the most important skills that you may learn. One of the most means, I should say, the most important skill.
Because when you suppress your emotions, in fact, you get unwell as well.
Yes,
Some
it
part of
manifests
your
in the
body
form of
gets
disease.
impacted.
It manifests in the form of disease. And you see, uh, sometimes we get so addicted to even these painful negative emotions. Our body is housing those emotions. Now imagine if a thief considers or assumes your home to be their home. They are permanent resident in your home. How will it feel like? So, so gradually we become so much familiar even with our negative emotions, since we are habituated to it, that the prospect of positive emotions, by letting go of it, by releasing those emotions, does not seem to be exciting to us.
Hmm. Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much for those insights. Tomorrow, we will be diving into chapter number 14, which talks about conditioning your mind to experience more positive emotions.
And this is one of the book which is very handy, very much readable, and it does not require too much thinking because it has been presented in a very simplified way.
Ah,
And this is one book that I think everyone should read when it comes to emotional mastery.
absolutely. And it
The,
is
the one trick that we talked about
beautiful
today.
part of this book is they have given the exercises in itself
Yes.
as well कि बैठो ये करो, so that whatever it is, it gets released throughout the process of reading the book in itself.
Right, right,
So
right.
it's a beautiful book. But let's see who taking
But
advantage of
whatever we discussed today, if you alone implement this method, then it can help you regulate so many of your and process so many of your emotions.
Well said. All right, then we shall close the session here. Thank you for joining Vikas, and looking forward to have you in tomorrow's session as well.
My pleasure.
Thank you.